Okay, so if you've ever studied or looked into any bit of human design, you'll know that there's 5 types. You've got your manifestors, your manifesting generators, your reflectors, and your projectors. Now, this isn't a video about human design, but it is a key point that I really want to bring in here, is that approximately 9% of the population are manifestors. Now, these are the people that are to hustle hard. They have an idea, they initiate, and they just go for it. Now, there's over half of the population is either a generator or a manifesting generator. And these are the people that are to make decisions from their gut, find what feels right, not necessarily initiate. They can, depending on all the other parts of their design, but to wait to respond, or to respond to their environment, and if you're a manifesting generator, then inform. But look, we'll just go with this. So they're not here to push shit uphill, basically, is the thing. They can get shit done. And I love to use shit as the technical term. But they can get shit done. But they're not here to hustle. They're here to follow their gut. If something feels right, then it'll be like, oh yeah, I'm going to do this. It feels right. And if it doesn't, don't go down that path. That's the whole point. That's about listening to your body. So I wanted just to talk about this because I think obviously we're coming out of a time where it's been hustle culture and just get shit done, make it all happen and all this sort of stuff. And now we're coming into a time where people are learning to listen to their bodies and are listening to what they've got to say. And by the way, if you are a reflector or projector listening to this too, you know what you're here for. So you are amazing people too. But in saying that, I don't like putting people in a box. I like, you do this and that's your thing. It's really just a tool to learn how you operate even better and to experiment with. Anyone who teaches human design or gene keys or anything like that, they're going to tell you to experiment with it because there's no hard and fast rules here. But the point that I wanted to get to in this video is to talk about how for so long, so many of us have tried to force things and to hustle to make things happen. And that has worked to an extent. But when coming out of that time where that has worked, when we're starting to tune into our bodies and who we are even more, to make decisions based on what feels right for us, what feels in alignment. And if you've been used to trying to control, trying to make things fit into a box, trying to get things done a certain way rather than allowing it, then that's where you may have, like me, many times, got so frustrated because you're trying to make things happen and you're here for something, and it's so frustrating because you can't seem to work it out. But when you let go and you stop forcing and you allow for things to unfold and you allow for yourself to have the space to have the ideas come through, to respond to the different things that are available to you, and step more into your power and the strength of who you are, and knowing and trusting that what is going to flow through will, you become so much more effective, so much more in alignment, and so much more in a place of being able to attract what it is you do truly desire. And at that point, it becomes ease and flow, and things start to unfold naturally without force and without that trying to make it all happen. And so I really wanted to talk about that today because there's so many of us have been in that pushing phase when really that's not the natural way to do things. You don't see the trees going, oh, I really need to make a leaf right now. Like they're doing their thing and they're naturally growing and they're naturally swaying with the wind and flowing with what comes through, and they're standing in their power knowing that that is what they're there to do. And And they are, I mean, if you've watched any of my videos, you know I love trees. They're freaking amazing. Plants, everyone. But they are such a powerhouse, and we can learn so much from trees and nature. And when we then step into our power and we let go of trying to control, trying to force, that is when we align with what it is that we're here for. Now, that doesn't mean don't take action. That's not saying do nothing and just sit there and do nothing at all forever. It's not. It's saying that you do the things. You wash the dishes, you do your exercise, you follow your routine if you've got a routine, or you flow how you want to flow. You might not have a routine, you might do things differently. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. But if you're following your gut and doing what feels right for you, and you're still taking steps forward, and you're resting when you need to, and then you're trusting that what will come through will, and you're not forcing shit to happen because you're out of fear or worrying like you have to do it. I think that's something as well too. Like when we're trying to force something, we're trying to control the outcome. And you and I both know we can't do that. The only thing that we can control is how we show up in the world. We can't control what's going to happen out there. We can't control how other people are going to react. They're doing their life. So it's all about, okay, well, what can I do? What can I do to show up the best for myself, and how can I best serve in my own ways? How can I best show up in my own ways? And so when you're looking at it through that lens, and when you take a deep breath and stop forcing but allow, that's when the strength comes in, and that's when the beauty of all that you are gets to shine even brighter, because you are just taking it in your stride. And that doesn't mean that shit's not going to hit the fan sometimes, because you and I both know that life happens. Like, life does happen. But when you're taking it in your stride and you're allowing for life to unfold, and you're trusting the guidance, and you're following your intuition, you're following your gut, and you're following it that way, and you're really listening to your body, you get out of your head and you come into your body, you really feel you are so much more connected to your gut, to your heart, to your knowing. And that is priceless. That shit is priceless. And when you embody that, you embody strength, you embody power, and you embody a trust within yourself that is unshakable. So yeah, I just wanted to share that today. So I hope that has served you in some way and that you enjoyed it. I would love to hear from you too. Have you ever found yourself forcing stuff, trying to control stuff, and knowing, like, when you look back, you know that, okay, it didn't help. It didn't help. And I'm sure every situation teaches us something. From every situation we learn and we grow. So it's not like we're getting it wrong. But when we let go and we trust what is meant to unfold will, and trust what is meant for us will come to us at exactly the right time, as well. Like, just if we have that trust, like, it is a letting go. And sometimes it can be hard to do that, to let go. It's shedding a layer of, oh, what's going to happen? If I don't do this, this might happen. Or, it's letting go of that as well too. And it's also being gentle on yourself, because we're continually learning, we're continually growing, we're continually getting to a place where we're like, okay, yeah, I feel like I've got this. And then next minute, Shazam, something happens. And then you've got, like, bloody hell, there's shit flying everywhere, and you got to recalibrate. You got to go through some stuff. So that happens as well too. So yeah, but ultimately, when you can stop forcing and step into that strength of yours, that power of yours, and that knowing and that wisdom and that intuition of yours, that is such a beautiful place to be. So yes, like I said, share your comments, share your thoughts. I'd love to hear from you on this. I'd love to hear how you navigate through this type of thing and what you've learned, and just, share away. Let me know. Love hearing from you in the comments. And as always, if you're not part of my newsletter yet, I will pop that in the description so you can sign up there so I can catch up with you. Usually about once a week I'll pop into your inbox and say g'day. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and I will pop another video on the screen now so you can check that out too, and we can hang out just that bit longer. So as always, thanks for being here, and I look forward to seeing you in another video soon.